Sigismund, you're told, there is an apprentice who is sent with the message. As the blacksmith looks to you, and what will be helping you with?
I put my battle axe on his counter, and I put down the bag of silver. I need your forge to silver this blade.
Out of coins and candlesticks.
I've seen it done with less.
You've heard of it done with less. But he
I was a smith.
He scoops up the items, kind of heads back into the forge. Unless you're willing to pay a few gold, you're going to help.
I plan on doing it myself as I walk back there.
Ah, fine then. Use the forge. I'll melt this down for you.
As I start to do this, I take off my nice coat. I just got this nice coat. And then I look and realize there's a hole in my nice coat because I fought fucking vampire spawn.
But to expedite, he melts the silver down for you, and go ahead and roll me a test with your blacksmith tools.
Oh, righty then. Whoa. Oh, what I did.
It should be tools and other proficiencies on the bottom left.
Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna put that in.
Is the recording back up? I forgot.
Yeah, it is back up.
Alright. Making a mental note of when this is during the recording so you can come edit this little question out.
So mod 2 is expertise. And intelligence or wisdom? Or crafting skills?
It's gonna be intelligence.
Alright. Blacksmithing. Yo!
Well, yeah, you managed to silver plate your great axe.
Master.
You even work in a bit of engraving. A roaring bear's head.
Yep. As I finish with it, I sort of look at the blacksmith. What do you think?
I don't know why I've heard you wander around. You could make a killing as a silversmith.
Yeah.
Sure he could if this place had any economy.
Shut up, you're not here.
You could make a killing as a silversmith. You know anyone besides the Baron with a lot of silver?
Fair point.
I can also make a killing as just... I don't know where I was going with that joke.
Anyways, thanks for the forge, and I am going to toss him a gold.
He catches it, nods to you, and goes back to his own work. As you shortly thereafter reconvene with the party.
Oh, did they not get my message?
They got the message that you were going to be delayed silvering your battle axe or your great axe.
Okay, well, I know Caerwynn had a thing he was going to talk to someone about.
Yeah. So while he's silvering the great axe, I assume at this point you had stepped out of the general store and just in the stockyard itself.
Sesna, at the temple, after we placed the bones of the saint back at its ritual resting place, seems that either the saint himself or the Morning Lord or some holy entity determined it was just to gift us this, as I pull out the dagger.
Is he offering it over to hold, or?
Yes. I'm holding it with both of my hands underneath it.
matchup. And actually, with her basically right in your direct view, she has on this new set of like slightly bloodied hand wraps for some odd reason. But she's going to take the dagger for a second. Just turn over
I'm
her
not
hand.
I'm not questioning it. You were cut open less than a few hours ago.
I mean, the stains of these hand wraps look old, but
And there's also just this part of the wrappings that are just gold for some odd reason. I'm not gonna question it, but hey, I'm gonna
golden thread.
take the dagger.
So where do those wraps come from?
Some dead bastard, actually. Turns out there was some other hero type that got themselves killed, and they were found. Hand wraps were found, and the Baron gave them to me. Thought I could make some use out of them. Honestly, they.
Anyway,
They feel. They. Vitality. It's. I don't know how to put it into words, but they feel good.
I see. Anyway, I figured that this knife would be put to better use in your hands. I'm not very good with weapons in general.
But,
You
I
seemed
mean,
incredibly skilled with them.
I'd say incredibly, but I know my way around a blade or two. But moreover, I mean, you were the one who kind of got that. You're the holy man out of the four of us, and well,
You are the holy woman.
you say holy. I more just am able to channel the gift surrendering gives given to all of us.
I mean, I'm not one to tell you not to do what you will with the thing gifted to you, Mr. Caerwynn, but kind of tap the shield. I was given this by Bahamut. Seems like you were given that by one god or another, may even be your own lady. Means you're meant to have it. If you want to give it away, that's entirely up to you, but might be worth keeping the hand on.
I believe that she is gifting it to the cause. Anyway, if you would not use it, then I will keep it on my person.
If you believe it's better in my hands, I'll use it for the time being. But
I mean, we did just meet the feller, but he is the one without anything spectacular. It'd be a bit hilarious watching a big feller with big meaty gauntlets on try and use a dagger, but
That actually is kind of a hilarious image, but I wouldn't want to use the gift of some divine being as a joke. I feel somewhat disrespectful to it.
sharpening my knife.
Alright, Shane, what all does this dagger do?
Shane is humming through a barely concealed wrath.
Take your
How
turn.
dare this son of a bitch give this knife away?
Also, besides that, my staff of Sarenrae that I use as a focus, I keep that in my right hand.
You don't need a staff of Sarenrae as a focus. Your holy symbol is your focus as a cleric. There's a reason there's no divine focus.
Yes, that But the holy
the thing
symbol is
you
on
wear
top
around
of
your
the
neck.
staff. Am I wearing anything around my neck? Nope.
It's your character, so.
It's your character. Just generally, yeah, clerics don't need to hold us or focus. That's the reason clerics have weapons, unlike druids and, you know, wizards.
Druids have weapons, don't they?
No, they can, but
Yeah,
they
they-
generally focus on their spells because druids are, you know, able to wild shape and thus turn into natural weapons
Like they can have
like
quarterstaffs,
dinosaurs.
Yeah, they just can't use most metal weapons, which is restricted to like quarterstaffs, slings, I think scimitars.
Because it's shaped like the moon.
Yeah, that.
It makes sense. It's a bit
It
foppish, but it makes sense.
It
Anyway,
doesn't really make sense, but it's kind of thematic.
It makes sense.
listen, that depends on what interpretation you're taking of a scimitar. Because
Semantics
It makes
aside.
sense. You know why it makes sense? Because people that made the class it said it makes sense, so it makes sense, even if it doesn't.
sure, I guess. Anyway. But with that settled, Sigismund eventually reappears with the head of his great axe silvered.
Right. Sorry about that.
Oh, by the way,
Sleep.
I'm gonna can him 10 days worth of rations. Got this for the lot of us. So
Here.
doing quite a bit of traveling.
You
Alright.
paid extra for the engraving?
No, I did it myself.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
impressive.
what's that?
Here's your MREs. You got here last. You got Mexican mac and cheese. It's basically cat food.
No,
Mexican
he
mac
got the vegetable pasta platter.
Jokes
No,
on all of
no.
them.
I would, Maiko, having had multiple MREs, I would gladly take the vegetable platter over the damn Mexican mac and cheese, because that shit is
You have
literally
not had-
cat food.
Yeah, but the vegetable stuff is even worse because it's like, man, all MRAs are pretty garbage.
Anyways,
I don't
I will
remember the
fight
name
you.
of. I don't remember the name of the particular one. All I know is that that dumb Bill liked to call it a strawberry milkshake, but it was kind of the worst. It's kind of just.
I'm sorry, did you say dumb Bill liked to call it a strawberry? What?
We have look. Love the guy to death. We know two Bills.
And one of them is
One
smarter.
of them is kind of an idiot.
It's
So
like
long as I was on the same page,
like-
alright.
it's like Daniel and the
Well,
cooler
actually-
Daniel.
No, there is actually Smart Bill and Dumb Bill, and we don't call them that because one of them is dumb or one of them is specifically smart and the other one isn't. But well, one of them is actually ludicrously smart, and the other one is like puzzlingly dumb at times. So there's no one. He is just regular.
Anyway.
yeah, but so as they both sort of are like, oh, yeah, I come from a long line of wandering blacksmiths. Well, actually, I suppose until my father, we weren't
Nice to
wandering.
meet you, Henry.
I throw him over the wall.
You saved me time.
Hey, guess what, buddy?
Really, you just
Fastball
have-
special.
Look, man, we need a rogue. Specifically for that.
You need a halfling rogue for that.
First rule, or what was it? When Shield helped, or when Shield
Oh yeah,
did
yeah.
the fastball special.
First rule of the fastball
She was like,
special.
wow, you gotta
Don't
really
talk
take-
about the
what?
fastball specials.
Like, no, what was the specific thing that she had said? Was it like, wow, you've got a nice tight butt
No, no,
there? He's like,
uh,
first rule of fastballs.
Specifically, you usually do this with a guy, right? Yeah, why? Nice tight butt you got there. First rule of the fastball special. Don't talk about the fastball special. She-Hulk. The Gamma Mutant's so confident, she makes even blood-caked superheroes feel a little bit self-conscious. Anyway.
Great.
Right. So, any ideas on where you lot want to go? Because there's this plan.
I told you, like, before we split up, actually.
Alright. So, you want to go to the spooky house. That, I believe,
Yes,
is...
the spooky house that the completely reliable Vistani seer diviner told us would be good to go to because she's so
Stop. Hold up. Who told you?
Adam Ava.
Oh my god. Morning, Lord Bly. Okay, so, in the future, take anything you hear from a Vistani with a very large grain of salt. Also, probably shouldn't trust them.
Yeah, we shouldn't. So let's go to the mansion.
Alright, so, why do you want to go to the haunted mansion?
There's something there that we need. Really about as simple as that.
Alright, well, before you do, you might want to go find the hunters. They've actually been there. They can tell you about it before you go. Well informed as well armed.
Aren't you one of them there hunters?
I hunt with them, but I don't always go with them, and I've never gone into the house. I've gone to the house. I did not go inside.
It's literally on our way. We need to go west.
Okay, that means the line was that way. That works. I need to check on some people out there anyway. So, about your pointing to Caerwynn, is he gonna be, your priest gonna be any good? Not really sure how holy magic works.
I'm sorry? I
He
literally just
got
got
back from getting a snack.
It seems like we're leaving right now. Are you going to be able to handle that? I don't really know how your magic works.
I needed another day. Otherwise, I am useless.
The day has just started. We don't need to go into the house, we need to at least investigate. Or at least we can go there, see if it's worth actually going into, see if it's what we need before we come back.
If we need what? What house are we referring to?
I'm gonna pull out the abjurer. The house. The one guarded by an ancient stone dragon. The one that we were told had an item that we needed.
And it was the item in question was the
I'm gonna cover his mouth with
something.
my hand. The item that we need.
Really,
we can't be
really
sure
confused here.
if the Devil Strahd is listening to us while we're out in the streets.
I look around. Do I see any crows? Or any ravens?
Give me a perception test. You see some ravens here and there on the rooftops.
Listen to your friend and stop talking.
Caerwynn looks around and... Probably a good idea.
I've had enough of him being quite unpleasant, sir. But yes, that Adam could potentially be there. At the very least, I want to see if this is the proper place. If it ain't, we can come back, rest, and then make our way to Krezk. Which, according to the priest, might be another place of interest. And according to Madame Ava, was outside of Strahd's influence.
Alright. Why are you lot wanting to go the... Never mind. It's not important. I'm just guiding you.
We'll tell you whenever we get the chance, but we need to decide, are we going to go and at least scout out now? And then let Caerwynn get his rest?
Alright. So, what you're looking for at this house is a stone dragon?
Specifically, we're looking for a ruined house guarded by a stone dragon.
Senor GM, is that house guarded by a stone dragon?
Having briefly been there, you know there's a big statue of a dragon outside.
Okay, yeah, that does. Again, looking at all the ravens, sort of looking at the inside, sort of looking at the shop. Like, should we go in there? Alright.
Let's go to the inn.
Yeah,
We can talk there, it's on our way out.
As we head to the inn.
You thought make your way back to the Blue Water Inn.
Sort of sit down. But just sitting down, and as we're waiting. Alright, so, yeah, that house does have a dragon outside of it, I can confirm that.
This might be where we need to go then.
Do I know of any other places that would have a stone dragon outside of them?
No, the mansion is about the only place you can think of.
If you're going off that information, and that's your defining feature, it's the only place with a stone dragon outside of it.
Yeah, it's worth investigating. What's there is a sword of sunlight, apparently. And that'll make, well, dealing with Strahd and his ilk a little easier.
Makes sense.
One more of us will have a way of dealing with them. But, yes, I say we let Caerwynn rest, go and investigate. Because Krezk, according to the priest, what did he say, it was a hospital?
He said
nursery.
He said the Abbey of St. Markovia has a nursery, as far as he knows.
There's an abbey over in Krezk. Had a nursery, and the other bit of information we got from Madame Ava was a place, a holy symbol, could help us. It was found in a place where children once cried, where madness and sickness were bred. Temple maybe where people sick and a little mad may go for help. And they had a nursery. Babies cry a lot.
Mr. GM, do I know of the temple in Krezk having sort of, I want to say holding cells, but I don't think that's right. Like, is that temple the only sort of building that could be used to do? Is the temple the most secure building in there? Like, they might keep prisoners there.
You don't know much about the inside of Krezk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't know much about Krezk. They're very touchy about outsiders.
Most you know that it's a well-defended walled city, and it's home to the Abbey of St. Markovia.
Okay.
Right. So are we settled on a plan then?
There's a winery. Okay, how long? Okay, real quick. Is the winery closer to the town, or is the house closer to the town?
The winery is closer to Krezk, but either way, it's still a detour from Krezk to go to either one.
Well, I mean, is it closer to Vallaki?
The Vallaki? The winery is farther from Vallaki.
Okay, so well, that goes first. All right, yeah. So not really much else to do except just wait out the day, I guess.
Right. Let's let him sleep. I'm not sure. No. I'm gonna get some rest too. Not sure if you'll have anything else to do, but I'm gonna go get some rest.
I'm going to stay down in the common room of the inn to see if the hunters I know come back in.
You know that once they leave for the day, they tend to stay out all day.
And I'm, of course, headed to the temple.
Alright. Anybody else have anything special they want to do?
Before I go to sleep in the inn, or whenever I would be going to sleep in the inn, I'm going to ask that the owner wake me up in the morning if the hunters are here, so I can ask them some questions if I'm not awake.
Okay. To be clear, a long rest is 8 hours, so you'll still have like all afternoon.
Oh fuck, never mind then.
No, you can only benefit from one long rest per day.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you guys haven't had a long rest yet today. The last one you had was last night.
All right, well yeah, shit. I'm just gonna go nap.
Yeah, you have to spend 8 hours relaxing.
I'm just gonna chill. This nice music. Oh wait, there's no music.
I mean, thanks to me, one go. We have to. I just need 30, really just 30 minutes or to an hour of just relaxation. I'm just good to go. But,
Donnel is going to just try and sleep and do the stupid thing and try and have more dreams.
Alright.
Sesna's kind of trying to figure out if she can just send the ripple through like the wraps. These seem to be some kind of. I feel like they might be magical. Let's see if that works.
You do find that the wraps conduct the ripple a bit. It's not quite as easy as imbuing it into other objects, but they do seem to take it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, wraps. Cloth. Look, she might be testing a thing where she can't see if they can't just like the actual cloth bits can't lash out of it while it's used with ripple, i.e. to actually use the radiant sunbolts. Out just setting up a rock.
As you spend the next 8 hours just kind of experimenting with it, you are able to actually start projecting the ripple as its own sort of radiant bolts from the hand wraps. So it's not the easiest thing you've ever used the ripple to do, but it's doable.
One more on, like the actual like cloth material of wraps themselves, but fear.
The cloth itself doesn't stretch out, but it is able to disgorge bolts of that radiant energy. It's a lot like throwing the rocks without actually having to have the rock. Meanwhile, Donnel, as you lay down to take a long nap, as your eyes flutter closed, it's a nice restful sleep. But when you awaken, you feel something bumping beneath you. And as you start to open your eyes, you realize you're in the back of a covered wagon. An enclosed wagon, actually.
I'm awake?
You seem to be, but then a familiar pain returns to your side. The pain from your last vision. Your vision clouds a moment, and when it clears, there's a young woman standing over you, giving a half smile down at you. Her skin's kissed by the sun, and her hair is a honeyed brown kind of color. Her smile seems to grow a bit. Oh, you're alive. Impressive, considering where and how we found you. Don't worry, we're taking you home. And she says that word, she says home. There's a brief flash of imagery in your mind. A castle, slowly crumbling. And two figures standing on the wall above the gate. A man and a woman, both growing a bit older. Watching out over, and then it cuts back to the wagon. The woman's smile is a bit softer now, a bit weaker. Are you okay? Do you need anything?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna see if the dream takes its own way.
There's a brief moment before you hear your voice, or hear a voice emerging from your lips. No, I'm just a memory. Thank you for your help. You should rest. It's a hell of an injury you have. Rest now. There'll be time for you to think and talk once you're home. And as your eyes close, they flutter open again and you're back in the blue water bit.
Sitting up, looking at my hands. Right. Never be simple, can it? I'm gonna go reconvene with the others.
For the rest of you, the 8 hours have passed in gentle training, simple rest, or in prayer, as each befits you. But Donnel returns downstairs, and you all reconvene.
Before I do want to ask the priest. Excuse me. Do you know where I might find some holy water?
Few are the places that could bless water to have true effect. There's a pool, I think, in Krezk. The altar of the White Sun. I've heard a tale that its waters can sick.
I know of a spell that can use holy water to drive off outsiders from other planes.
I'm afraid I can't really help you. But I'll keep my ear to the ground. If I hear of any other source, I'll pass that information along when we meet again.
Thank you very much.
You're always welcome. Yes, you all convene.
Sigismund's gonna get up. So, we're ready to go.
Donnel is looking very distant once more, just nodding. I'm ready. Where everyone else is.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright then.
if I'm ready.
You want to follow me as I make... I'm heading to the house with the stone dragon.
You are making your way out of Vallaki and back onto
Friggin',
the roads of Barovia.
You're just gonna, like, that moment of, like, slow, like, been walking, just folded arms, one arm removing itself from that, slowly raising up, then just with a, well, just bonking Donnel on the head. You seem distant. Gonna need you to not be doing that.
I'll be fine, just thinking. You kind of know about what?
Yeah, and I'm gonna need you to stop doing that.
Right. Just strange seeing all that, like I was there when I wasn't.
You know he's doing that thing where you're on about it still?
Need you to not.
We can do this thing where we talk about it later.
Alright.
For now, though, focus on something else.
Not that hard to do. Let's get going. Shaking his head, straightening his pot because it was bonked.
After about 30 minutes on the road, you cross a small bridge over Sigismund, what you know to be the Luna River. And the road comes to a cross intersection, with branches to the northwest, the northeast, the southwest, and southeast. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign, featuring arms pointed in 4 directions, lies in the weeds nearby.
Well, guide.
Keep going this way. Next turn down south. Take us to the building.
Right. As you say.
Sigismund continues to walk.
Okay. As you lot continue down the road.
Donald's just kind of looking around as we're going, thinking, oh man, this could all... Where is he? I know he's out here.
You reach the next intersection, and even before Sigismund announces the way to turn, Donnel, the shield in your arm begins to just gently tug you down the southern branch of the road.
I'm just kind of looking to my arm. Alright, magic dragon shield, let's go. Let's start following the magic dragon shield now.
Down that way.
How many times do I have to tell you to get off the heroin? Never catch the magic dragon shield. Keep telling you, but you don't listen.
starting down the path before Sigismund announces it.
I mean, I've said it before. I'm just gonna go down the path.
Alright.
I'm gonna. Yeah, just general perception, because, yeah, he has been popping up every now and again.
We've seen him twice in just as many days.
Need to get that advantage off. There we go. But still, 16.
Yeah, the woods are fairly quiet. You hear the cawing of blackbirds and occasionally a distant howl of a wolf, but nothing terribly close.
Strike.
Finally, Micro, remove your graffiti. Thank you. Alright. A winding branch of the old Spalitz Road meanders up the forested slope of a mountain spur to the old mansion, which is perched on the high ground overlooking the Spalitz Woods and the Luna River Valley. As you first come in sight of the mansion, you see it. High above the river valley juts a quiet promontory upon which looms a sepulchral mansion. Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture, and out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside.
I think, this might be it.
This is it.
Right.
Let's head in.
Alright. Drawing the sword. Raising the shield and moving in.
I think everything properly better.
Oh god. What? Oh, what?
Hey.
Man.
Donnel's moving up here towards this dragon. First off, is my shield tugging me towards it?
It is leading you up to the statue, yes. And as you approach, perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is a moss-covered statue of a dragon. Its wings tucked close to its body. The statue looks east toward the mansion. The fog has made it difficult to see the dragon's features from a distance. But as you get close, from the tales you've heard, you realize it has the appearance of what's usually attributed to silver dragons. Spiny frill cracked and broken in many places, though it is otherwise of a noble bearing. The statue itself is 10 feet tall, but looks much more imposing on top of the granite block.
kind of look down to the shield.
And the tugging is stopped now.
Right. Right. Not sure what else is to be had here, but good to see this place is still watched over. And move in first and look up at the doors. Like, as I look up, what is this, like, is there anything notable about this, like, structure besides the fact that it looks like a fucking fairy tale castle?
I mean, a third of it's also collapsed, but...
Well, I mean, that, aside from that, you know, the thing that obvious age does, like, just this house itself is interesting.
There's not too much that you would... Go ahead.
I'd like to roll a history to see what I know about this house.
Go ahead.
I'd like to
Sigismund, you recall hearing stories that an order of knights once lived here a long time ago? That's all you can really recall. Sesna, you would ask something? Pat?
Muted.
No, I'm literally pointing at the thing.
Oh, I thought you were pointing and saying something.
Yes, it's the tower.
That's collapsed.
Yeah, it's part of the collapsed third of the house.
So, are there towers that aren't collapsed?
The two to the left are still intact, as well as the tallest one that that rises off the back of the structure.
Well, I wonder if there's any princesses up there. Moving up to the door.
Steel things for them to do.
Everyone behind me. If there's any fancy, well, if there's anything waiting for us, it'll come at the door, and I got a shield up. I'm going to try the door like a rational human being before I try kicking it. As Mika wants to Barovian PD this thing.
As you
just gonna be amazed, don't react to what she said.
none of us heard what you said.
We got drowned out again. It doesn't matter.
You were coming in quiet earlier, but at any rate. Flagstone, as you approach the door, flagstone steps flanked by stone railings climb to a landing in front of you. They are in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argynvostholt. And as you step onto the landing, you hear a grating sound behind you. And as you turn, the dragon statue opens its mouth, and there's a blast in front of it, just towards you, cold air. Then the mouth slowly grates closed again.
Suppose?
Okay.
Oh,
That's more than strange.
I guess. Exactly that. My guess is that used to be their method of defending this place. All from unwanted. Well, God, I hope they never send couriers up here. That'd be terrible. But that's besides the point, I guess. Gonna grab the knob and try turning it.
Maybe it was always just harmlessly chilly. Just
Maybe it was to help refresh a courier after a long run on a hot day. I think you're right.
no, maybe it was to be simply intimidating or impressive. You know, as nobles are wont to be.
This was an order of holy knights, not nobles.
Well, it was an order of knights. You don't know how holy they were.
Well, we're also in fantasy where knights doesn't necessarily entail nobility.
But the door opens, and as you look within, the room feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up to the stone balconies, held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing.
Never mind, nobles.
And 6 sets of double doors lead from the foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. A 4th bust and its pedestal have been knocked over, and their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
I'm gonna kind of motion everyone to hold position. Stay at least 10 feet apart. No telling if anything's gonna come collapsing down on one of us. We want to make sure we can help each other in that case. And I point to myself and Sigismund. We're not exactly small individuals. The floors are weak at any points. Underneath our feet are likely not to be safe.
Patrick, how are you at 49 and 45 HP?
Patrick healed even higher.
Do you want to reread the raps?
Oh.
Mac?
The raps of Big Mac.
Oh, yeah, it's just hit points, my bad. For some reason I just read that as hit points, I didn't read temporary.
I was wondering why I kept going out of 49 out of 45. Or sorry, 49 out of 49 when I'm like, why do I... What?
Sorry about that. GM confusion. But yes, Caerwynn, everyone else is going into the building.
I step in with them.
You feel free to do so.
Sorry. I'm gonna kind of do that thing that I'm amazing at. You guys ready for this test? Yep.
The pot slides down and blocks your vision for a bit.
Donnel, as you raise the pot back after it slips down, it's just in time to notice as a great shadow with wings moves across the walls and disappears. And in the darkness around you, you hear a soft bestial hiss.
Alright, well that don't sound too looking around.
That's not good, no.
Do any of us?
You all witnessed it.
Say with a nat one from him if we didn't notice it.
I mean, that one for me could also mean I'm just hallucinating after pulling my pot back up.
The acoustics of this thing is great. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna take a step forward.
I hope that there isn't another stone dragon that this prophecy is referring to.
I don't want to walk towards these suits of armor. Resident 4 has trained me to hate these things.
No, you can't walk towards them after you solve the sliding puzzles. Let's just ignore those because they suck anyways.
It's just more the QTEs, the dreaded QTEs.
Fair. I'm gonna kind of stand in the center and do something stupid. I know it's there. I'm gonna smack the pommel against my shield. Trying to make a ringing sound, like say, "Hey, I know you're there. Hi."
Mine's down. Eats Caerwynn.
Why him?
The
He was
sound,
being a quiet feller.
the sound rings across throughout the foyer, but nothing comes of it.
Oh. Talks about equipping comeback for that, or equipping insult.
You want to search the ground floor first before we move on up? This is probably our safest bit for exploration. Foundations are likely strongest under our feet here.
Also, just for the sake of it,
So my side was going to say this, but the way that these stairs look, it looks like that goes up. I just want to make sure that this whole area isn't supposed to be up on the next floor.
That is correct. That area is on the first. That area is down here on your floor. The stairs. The end of this level is on those stairs.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you reach the top of those stairs, you're on the second level.
Are these doors?
Yes. The notably white lines that you guys can see, those are doors.
Oh. So we got some doors there and there.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Looks like opposite, actually. Plus, looks like there's a... As she's saying out loud, not really caring about the thing they just saw, because apparently it didn't mind the clanging, so... Yeah. Plus, looks like we've got a large room out back over there, gesturing the way she's heading.
Right, let's check there first. I'm gonna follow behind her. Here
I'll
in
make a
my own.
stealth. I tried to remain stealthy in vain.
Disadvantage.
Looks like
You're fairly quiet.
kind of meeting hall. I'm looking at it.
One moment. As you step through the doors that stand open, you enter into a room with a 20-foot long table with sculpted dragons for legs. It stands in the center of this hall. The chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings, and several of the chairs have been overturned or smashed to pieces. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows with a soft white light. Standing in windowed alcoves are two life-size statues depicting knights with dragon-winged helms and shields. Rainwater trickles through cracks on the ceiling, flowing down the west wall and adding to a large puddle on the floor. 5 sets of wooden doors lead to this hall. The doors in the northeast corner from which you entered hang open. A pair of leaded glass doors, their panes cracked and broken, stand open between panels of stained glass set into the east wall. The panels depict silver dragons in flight. Beyond the glass doors lies a dark, misty room that appears to be a chapel.
Yeah, it looks like it's a meeting room, and we've got a chapel further on. Plus a couple extra sets of doors. Oh, why'd I get moved back?
I didn't. What?
Moved to there, and then I suddenly moved back. What the? Shane?
I didn't do jack diddly shit.
No. Everybody else stop for a second. Shane? I love how I said everybody stops, and then Jeff moves. But everybody stop for a second. Shane? Do I actually see that?
Looking through the windows, actually, Martin's windows are stained glass. But, yeah, you can get a glimpse into that room. And you do see a figure kneeling.
I'm gonna raise a hand to have everybody wait. There's someone else in here in the chapel.
Hey. Donnel. Clang your shield again. Maybe that'll help.
No, you see.
She points a guy out.
Well, no, I was saying I was letting you guys know there's some guy in the chapel. There's somebody. I'm gonna. Gut's telling me yes. Brain's telling me no. I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. Things go south.
Things go south. Just hop behind me. Got the shield. Just gonna hold the shield up, ready in case this guy decides to be a jackass.
Take a couple steps in. I take a step into the chapel. Does anything immediately happen?
As you step into the chapel, you see that cracked wooden pillars support a wooden U-shaped balcony that overhangs the stone-walled area. Narrow archways lead to spiral staircases that curl up to the balcony, and a door set into the north wall has a wooden beam barring it. At the east end of the chapel rests a stone altar flanked by iron candelabras. The altar is carved with the rising sun in bas relief. Tall arching windows set with panels of stained glass decorate the walls behind the altar, but one of them has been shattered, covering the chapel floor with shards of colored glass and allowing thick fog to enter and fill the room. But through the fog, you see 3 armored figures kneeling before the altar.
I don't listen to.
Ah, I see what happened.
But I take your word for it.
I see what
I'm gonna
happened.
assume. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, I did these. I don't know why I filled these in. If only that was-
Donnel is not being like subtle, by the way. Unlike Caerwynn, who's being purposely sneaky.
Should be able to see better now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blind focus.
It just hell.
As you call out to them, you see them. As you call, you see them rise, and you hear the clinking of chainmail. And as they rise and stand and turn towards you, you see they're clad in you see the chainmail is tattered, and each of them holds a long sword. As they turn and look at you through the fog, you can see rotting features.
Oh, it's right now.
They all share a hateful glare at you. And then the center one raises a hand and intones, "You do not belong. Brothers, strike down these trespassers."
I mean, we can leave. Man, I feel like it's initiative rolling time.
We could just go initiative. Why did you say the word initiative?
Oh shit!
Fuck it.
Both
Fortune
ends
point.
of the spectrum there.
Nope, I refuse to be the nat 1 of the party. I rolled 1 nat 1 earlier, I refuse right now.
I'm the nat 1 of the party.
There we go, see? This is Caerwynn bringing down the curb, not me. I say using my bullshit abilities to not bring down the curb.
Alright. Yeah, Sesna, the one in the center has ordered his brothers to dispense with these trespassers, and you can see the hateful glares in their eyes.
I want to roll to know what these things are based on my education. Since they seem undead.
Roll the better of nature or religion.
Religion, go. There it is. It's 3 now. Can we just know, for the sake of it?
This could get a little rough.
Well, they're zombies of some variety, it seems.
You know they're undead.
Well, there's one thing to do about that. And then I jump to the middle and get just dog-filed. No, I'm gonna stand here, and I'm gonna radiant. Gonna launch a bolt of Hamon right at the middle one, pointing at me, telling his buddies to beat me up.
It strikes.
What? Okay. 5.
The bolt of sunlight hits him, and he lets out a hateful hiss. You dare!
For Seren Ray's sake, we'll put an end to your unfortunate fate.
Guys, we gotta fight.
I've noticed.
And on to our good old guy McHits things.
Sigismund!
Who wants to hit things?
You be nice to him. He's trying.
Be nice to him once he earns his keep.
Hey.
You know what? I'm
Damage.
just gonna I'm just gonna go.
And thus Sigismund left.
You know,
The
I don't really
barbarian
wanna
is
be
resistant
here.
to all damage except for psychic damage, and I did just cast Vicious Mockery.
I was gonna say emotional damage, but hey.
Technically speaking, Vicious Mockery is emotional damage.
I remember, Trevor, you can hold down and right-click from where you start, and then...
Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, we've actually been over this
Oh,
before.
right, sorry.
For some reason it doesn't work for him. It's
Hey,
not
you.
just Jeff being a special snowflake.
And I am going to put my hand on my medallion. Rage.
Alright.
My father made this medallion for me. I hated my father!
Oh, well, I'm sure your father was a prick. Don't you dare talk about my father that way! Ah!
Oh, I loved him so much.
But yes, yonder knight on the right approaches you, raising his longsword in both hands.
The fool, does he know that he does not have a I was gonna say.
As he strikes down with a brutal hit that is then reduced by half because you literally are too angry to give a shit.
Aye, dick.
210 once, god damn. That is a beefy weapon.
That's his ability.
No, it just actually does roll 2d10.
Youch.
As his comrades, Sesna, one charges you,
I mean, it doesn't though.
And the other charges Donnel.
and swings with his longsword, and swings again.
Wait, what? Okay.
Man, I would. Curses. Boy, howdy, GM. You're gonna rue the day when we get to make multiple attack rolls.
We should have been able to, but I mean, Jim. I'm always gonna bust your balls, Shane. It's like literally my job.
Wait, then, curious. I'll probably figure out in the middle of the combat. Jesus fucking Christ, they hit hard.
Yeah. Oh, whoop, forgot the other one, hold on.
No, he's actually, he's waiting to see how things play out.
He's a conscientious objector. Like, guys, I've been thinking.
He's the tactical reserves.
As he makes his way slowly around the outside of the cathedral. Oh, you know what? I missed a golden opportunity for these guys. I should have found the art for the Hide Knights from Dark Souls 2. Damn.
You should have.
Donnel.
Wait, so that guy just like left out the.
No, he walked around the left side. He's coming around the left side of the chapel.
Oh,
his
okay. I was confused. I thought he's just like, I'm going, guys. Later.
Steal.
I'm Batman my way out this window and coming around from the outside. Don't worry, guys. Yeet!
Right, I'm gonna. Donald snaps forward as he steps up with the shield raised. Get the hell away from her! Slashing.
But monster.
That's a hit.
That's a big hit.
That is damage, Leo.
And action surge, because I like doing that thing where I do my action surge. I'm gonna shove him with the shield.
Right? God damn it, guys.
To be fair, not many things have resisted Donald's athletics rolls.
This is fair. You force him back 10 feet.
Be nice.
You want to
And then I'm gonna.
which direction would you like to force him?
I want to force him.
Pick your
I want to force him back that way. Yeah, just like straight back away from Sesna, because I don't want to shove him towards. I don't want to be a dick and just shove him into Sigismund's open flank.
As he is
That's
knocked
just-
back.
This is kind of being a dick. Get away from her. Oh, thanks, asshole.
It will feed his rage.
And then there's this guy.
Nice. And Caerwynn?
Alright, I begin by casting Spiritual Weapon.
Well,
I summon it right here.
Just like really. Except the barbarian. He's done nothing wrong yet.
directly behind that one?
Yes.
Alright. Benjamin's gonna make a token for this and give you control of it.
Was the 25 a hit to Shane?
Yeah, that's a hit. 5 damage.
Ooh. Oh, that is minimum damage.
Yeah. It gives him a...
Oh well.
It cuts across the back of his chainmail and you see him kind of rock forward a bit with the blow. Oh, sorry.
And for my action, I will cast Sacred Flame.
Targeting which one?
The same one.
Alright. DC 14 deck save. God, I cannot roll saves to save my life. As these bolts of this bolt of radiant fire darts out and strikes him, you see him rock back, grunt, and right himself again.
Ow, dick.
Your resistance means nothing.
Well, that's just
Oh, unless Caerwynn, you want to move anywhere?
No, I'm fine right where I am.
Alright, Sesna.
I'd absolutely love to have a position where I can get advantage on someone without having to provoke an attack of opportunity to get in position. But the fates have not aligned.
How would you provoke an attack opportunity getting in position?
Yeah, they
You-
have to
you-
get
you could-
there.
You can move over here.
Yeah,
I'm not taking
the sword is floaty.
You've got 40 feet. I'm sure you can figure this out.
not nearly as much as you think.
It really isn't, especially when we're thinking of like tactical based movement. It really isn't.
Oh no, like absolutely getting to there. It just doesn't. It doesn't work in my brain so well most of the time. That just I can absolutely occupy the same space as that thing.
Well,
Yeah,
you
it- it's a brain fart.
It's also something that when you look at a grid and you see something else in that space, you're like, oh, it's in that space, obviously.
Yeah, it's the problem with Roll20, and I've recently figured that out trying to do an underwater combat on Roll20. It's very difficult.
Yeah, the way I'd handle multi-level combat is use one of the colored dots and have that be how many spaces up or down you are.
It could work. I might have to implement that.
Or you could just make just entirely separate maps.
Or
Or
someone can shut the f***ing mouth. Because
Or
someone
more
does not know how much
realistically-
work I've done this week on these maps.
Or more realistically, Roll20 can like actually implement a multi-grid system, but we can get on that later.
I'm punching him now.
Some might say I'm coming in hot. Some might say I'm being unreasonable. But some can shut their fucking mouths.
And great. And you know what? Bonus section, because why not? Punch.
Ooh,
Hey!
there you go.
Crimson Strike
Yeah.
Overdrive.
Yep. 24.
You can do it.
Haha! I will a tenth of his health.
You-
I mean, given how much health your healthy went through in a single strike, yeah.
You dart your way between the pillars, swooping in behind him and rattling off a trio of blows against his back, infusing him with the power of the ripple as you strike. And you see him shake as the energy washes over him. I know not from where you come, but you die here. Sigismund.
Oddly enough, many people have made that threat since I've come here. All of them wrong.
Part of me wants to move and hit that guy that we're all ganging up on, but the other part of me sees that this revenant could then flank me.
You're also raging, so...
Yes, but that's advantage, and that could mean a... You know what?
Yeah, but is Sigismund thinking about that? Or is he currently going...
I'm not... That's not my kind of rage, you silly man.
Bonus points to whoever can identify where I make that sound effect from.
Murgle.
That was not a Murloc.
Because I am raging, I will be taking this damage. You know what? I'm not even rolling for the damage, so it doesn't matter. Silver Great Axe.
You're not rolling.
Fuck. Hang on.
How'd you fuck it?
He hasn't
Didn't-
put it
oh,
goddamn thing.
Did the wrong thing. There we go. Wait, hey, wait, what? The fuck?
Hold on, let me look at the sheet.
Oh, I see what I did. I see what I did. I fixed it.
Okay.
Actually, no, I did. That's supposed to...
I should put the episode before we started this fight.
Hang on. I just need to roll this now because the sheet is not taking in my thing.
Let me see what I can do to fix it.
+6. Actually, wait. The attack bonus. Yeah, because the attack doesn't go off proficiency, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Your
And this
proficiency is included in your attack bonus, yes.
This is a strength-based attack, so that's actually a +8. +8.
Oh,
Four.
because you didn't... Put your strength on the sheet, man, come on.
It's on the sheet.
I just had to update it... I just had to update your strength. Because you didn't mark where your strength is now 22.
Oh. Okay, okay. See what happened.
That probably isn't what happened, but... I'll look into it more later, but that's definitely a hit.
I believe that is a +8. Because I have, yeah, +8.
Yeah!
17.
You have a meaty blow with your great axe, and it seems to be working properly again, as it sinks in much more effectively than it did against the vampire, or against the chicas in the coffee maker shop.
Good.
The figure grunts as it digs and bursts through some of his chainmail and carves into him before you pull it free.
Ah, asshole.
Do you think this will be my end?
Oh,
I
big.
will hunt you all. As people begin moving into position. And a flurry erupts. First, 2 strikes coming at Donnel. From the utterly ineffectual. Another 2 strikes coming at Donnel from the one that moved behind him.
Spinning around, blocking the first.
Before he brings the second around and manages to get past your guard. And bites into your side.
So that's what we've been doing to people.
And now, 2 attacks come at Sigismund.
Okay, well. That's just unfortunate. And that's even more unfortunate. But I guess that would have hit me no matter... Oh, hi.
So 11 and
Is
7.
this guy's name Abaddon or something?
So he actually felt that one.
Yeah! And also, none of them are named Abaddon, Patrick, but, I mean, somebody considered them chosen.
Oh, Ezekiel at least?
Maybe one of them, I don't know. I'll be honest, most of you guys don't have names. But, yeah. Donnel!
Oh, is it my turn after being stabbed in the back? I'm still just coming to terms with, oh my goodness, we've been doing this to folk. Are we the baddies? No, we're really not.
I mean, the people we've been doing it to are monsters. But isn't that what a monster would say, trying to justify things to himself? I don't know who I am anymore!
I spend my turn having an existential crisis.
Oh my god, I take a 5-foot step, snog him, and then back over here. And he's back.
We're gonna go with the advantageously swinging. I missed, but that's because I'm now flanked by people. Okay, these guys actually can fight.
13 hits, 12 blank.
The 12 just barely glances off the chainmail where it's still intact.
Oh right, I forgot. These guys have, like, ass for hasty. I almost hit. I'm gonna hold off on my bonus action.
Okay. The bonus action. Caerwynn.
Boom.
It hits.
Yeah.
As
12
he,
force
continues,
damage.
as he continues to strike blows against the tattered chainmail, and you can see where it's cutting into dead and slowly rotting flesh.
And I'm going to spend my action to cast... Oh, another Sacred Flame.
Alright. On the same one. Dex. Oh, ignore that. Forgot to quick thing. So the 5, so he takes the full damage. As the Sacred Flame, Heme of Serenray strikes him again. The Dawnflower smiting your enemies. And staying where you are, Caerwynn?
Yep. Don't really have a whole lot of reason to move.
Sesna?
I mean, I'm gonna punch one. Yeah, I want to punch him. Yeah. Yeah, and then, you know what? Let's stab him with Whisper. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Another 15. He's taking a lot of... How bad is he looking right now, just to get a measure on the other two?
It's kind of hard to really tell, but he is kind of shaky and not as solid on his feet as you strike him and then quickly sink this curved blade dagger into his back in one of the tattered holes in his chainmail.
Which I imagine goes in like butter compared to all the other things we've been doing.
Oh yeah, no, this is refreshingly easy to stab. As you sink the blade in, and he... I will hunt you to the ends of the earth.
Remember, we had to cut their heads off, otherwise they get back up next turn.
For what purpose?
Alright. Anything else from you, Sesna?
No. I'm trying to hold on to these key points because I feel like there's going to be more to this place.
Sigismund?
Oh, I imagine.
Hang on.
I'm really scared of these guys. I laugh if these guys are actually the bossy types of this area.
So
I
am going to attack recklessly. And I am also going to be using my Great Weapon Master feat, so I'll be taking a -5 to hit.
Alright. So advantage at -5.
So that's why I took advantage. Never mind!
Okay.
Oh boy!
And that was actually a really good move, because they have advantage anyway, and advantage doesn't stack.
God.
D12
Yeah.
plus
Plus 8.
Get wrecked, boyo.
Revenant. Bye, Mr. Revenant.
It's gotta be it.
As your axe swings down, and you split the helmet, his body shudders and then drops to the floor.
Okay. Alright, we have
There-
a bar.
I dare say that axe is well done.
I turn to look at his friend. You're next.
Remember when you said you'd kill me last?
Alright. On their turns, this guy's suddenly thankful that you recklessly attacked, as he still gets advantage now,
He does.
as he takes 2 swings against you.
Unfortunate for me. I should not have been reckless.
Wait a second. He got a critical kill with Great Weapon Master. He gets to make another attack. As a
Oh,
bonus
he
action.
does! Well, he got a critical hit at all. So, yeah, you do actually get to make another attack real quick before they hit you.
So I probably shouldn't, but I am going to use Great Weapon Master again.
Alright.
You're still recklessly attacking.
Can I recklessly attack again?
You declare your
Yeah,
recklessly
you
attacking,
declare
and
it
it's
for
all
the,
your attacks.
You declare it for the turn.
Alright then. Well, that's 20. I've hit.
You have hit him.
D12 plus 18.
Oh, yeah, because...
Plus 10 from Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, that's
God,
the
it's-
18.
It's just
That's the
good!
trade-off. Oh, it's ridiculously good.
Especially against things with low AC.
Especially against things that are, resistant to damage. So, if only we were level 4 with that fight with the vampire spawn, Shane.
You're the ones that... No, fuck you.
We
Yes,
did
I'm
not
bring it
gonna
upon
join this
ourselves,
gigantic argument.
technically.
Alright, so that's 22 damage. Let's see what he does to me.
Yeah, as he's... You think you're...
Unless
reacting to him
he's
in
dead,
turn.
Shane, in
Yeah,
which
he
case...
Absolutely is not.
Okay, then. Okay.
Oh, he's far from. That other guy took a lot more.
6.
Snap.
Alright. So that's 23 to... What's half 17? 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at 15.
Yeah, as he brings a couple quick slashes down across you. His buddy, now devoid of advantage, attempts to attack Donnel again.
No, he attempts to kill Caerwynn. Ah, never mind.
Ping! He gets me again. And this is why I held my bonus action heal off.
You deflect with your shield, and then he gracefully arcs back around, just reversing the attack, and comes up from below. For 17 damage. As he
Finally,
runs the
somebody can
blade up the
actually
inside of
fight.
your thigh.
Oh, that was a very close shave. Not pleasant.
If the target is a creature against which the Revenant has sworn vengeance, the target takes an extra 4d6 slashing damage.
Why are you looking up? Why are you looking up sheets, Zach?
He's not. It's printed right there in their attack.
Attack.
Getting mad at Zach is a thing I do. You guys know this.
Yes,
Okay,
but
this
that
is
one
also
didn't
for a
sound
completely
ironic.
irrational reason.
No, he's done it in the past. Completely
Okay.
irrational.
Except not in this instance, because the attack, what he was
This
reading
instance was not
literally off the
justified, yes, but
screen.
he's done it in the past, so I have cause to be mad at him.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
but still,
ancient history at this point,
you're
but
being a little dickish about it,
yeah.
just slightly.
I'm not the one that looked at the monster manual.
At any rate,
This.
discussion for later. Yes, you do hit for a decent amount of damage. As you
That's
manage,
wonderful.
as you manage to get the edge of your blade past some of the tattered chainmail. Caerwynn.
Alright. Let's see. Which one? Well, I moved my spiritual weapon over here.
Come on, go.
Thank goodness for advantage.
Thank goodness for advantage. That is a hit. As it gives a quick blow across his back, and I assume the same one.
Yep.
So close! So close.
Oh.
As the sacred fire of Sarah and Ray descends upon him now.
Be at rest.
We will never rest. Sesna.
You will when you're ash. Boop, 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 boop. And
Do I do the thing? Do I do that? We'll think about it. Definitely hit. Do I key point? Yeah. Yeah, we key point for 2 more. Huh? And huh? Hey. And nice.
As you rattle your fists off his back, you feel some of his bones fracturing beneath your fists, and you hear he stumbles a bit before catching himself. Sigismund.
Sear.
All right.
Dust.
I'm going to take the attack action with the Great Weapon Master.
Alright. Reckless or no?
No, I didn't say it. That's a miss.
Alright. Also, Sesna, I believe that was the second use of your key points.
I keep expecting the sheet to auto-adjust the token, and it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just the bars need to be set to it as the little thing.
Yeah, it's class
advanced
resource,
settings.
I think, but yeah. Sigismund, you raise your axe, and this time he's ready and just sort of swats the blow aside with the blade of his sword against the haft of your axe. On their turn. As Sigismund, even as you're raging, you notice as some of the earlier wounds you had dealt to him start to close.
Oh no.
We are an eternal hunt. We will never rest. As he takes 2 blows against Sigismund.
Thank Jesus. Speaking of Jesus, where is the healer?
I'm right here.
As the one between Donnel and Sesna tries to step away towards that pillar, swinging at Sesna as he does, and then ending another attack into Donnel.
That's
Just sort of flailing as he backs away.
You never learned the cardinal sin of the pimp hand.
You see, rotten flesh tends not to make for good muscle.
I mean, technically speaking, no muscle at all would make for poor muscle, but tell that to skeletons.
Spooky, scary,
That's all in the
skeletons.
sinew. All in the
I'm gonna
sinew.
come over here and stand on a chair.
Specifically, that's one of the pillars. As you go around it,
Oh, it's a pillar. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a chair. It's a table to me. Okay, it's a table for me.
yeah, they're
I
meant
was
to be pillars.
confused. You think taking away my advantage does anything, but you fool! I can step around the pillar.
You still don't technically have advantage. But
No, but I can give Sesna advantage next turn.
this is true. This is true.
I'm gonna hold my attack action
Sure.
for when Sesna moves
You know.
up.
All right,
Also good.
Caerwynn.
Alright, moving my spectral blade right here. Spiritual weapon.
That's a hit. His blade
I've been
rattles
rolling
against-
pretty dang good damage.
Yeah.
I cannot complain. Thank you, Nuffle.
They're just not making their saves today. As Serenity's fire encases him again, continuing to sear his flesh.
Please be at rest.
You will regret being here. Sesna.
Have his wounds been healing?
You see
Seeming-
that they have not.
Alright, I'm gonna move to here so I can proc his ready to action.
Ready to action is procced. Donnel strikes
11 damage.
with a solid blow.
And instead of doing the punches at him, I'm gonna shoot that one.
Firing through the
radiance.
pillar, he is going to have 3/4 cover.
Yeah, but you're right.
Just punch that guy.
But if they then move back to here,
Which you can't technically do.
Yeah, he would then be out of cover from you.
feels super gamey. But hey,
I mean, you step in, get the other revenant, get that first revenant's attention as he turns away. Donnel hits him, and then you step back, throwing the ripple out and striking.
whap him for 5. Then I go back right here.
Yeah. As the holy ripple encases him, sears him a bit, and just growls wordlessly. Sigismund.
Great weapon master attack. No reckless.
There's a hit.
Oof.
Aye.
Oof.
Ooh, max damage.
Ooh.
As you strike a vicious blow, biting into his shoulder through the chainmail. Ah! We will never stop hunting you.
I mean, it's not like I'm very difficult to find.
As he continues his duel with you, honorless though it has been made by the work of your ally.
Ow!
Not the first time that a duel has been made honorless by Pat.
As with a pair
Ah,
of vicious
what
blows for 7 and 6 damage, so 13 total. His longsword bites deep.
We only need that fucking healer.
the- as he said.
If only we had a healer.
Be nice.
Man, you know it'd be great if we had a druid or a celestial
bard.
sorcerer or somebody with healing spells, you know?
Somebody with healing spells, yeah. Some sort of
Guys,
divine
guys.
caster, cleric,
Guys,
ranger would be real nice
guys,
right now.
Guys, don't worry. In 2 levels, I'll have taken my first level in Paladin, and I'll have lay on hands on standby. You'll be fine.
The other one is going to throw an attack at Sesna. She had gained his attention earlier. And then reverse the strike, striking at Donnel rather.
Gonna reach down and grab the sword and just pull it into the wound. You're gonna regret that.
Donnel,
Snap.
don't do that. That causes infections.
Oh, what are you, some
You know what
kind
else
of healer?
causes infections? Fighting zombies! I'm sorry if you're not actually a zombie.
As you'd reach down with your shield hand to pull the sword in and swinging back at him, and it rattles off the chainmail, and you're just like, damn it!
I'm gonna use my shield to kind of entrap that blade like, hi,
I'm
I'm
trying
Donnel.
to pin
we don't have a
Pin it-
healer, but
pin
hi.
it into you and against the pillar. Caerwynn?
Alright, so what I'm gonna do now... moving through Sesna space as difficult terrain, I guess.
You can move through it freely if she allows it.
Okay. Yeah, moving
We had
right
3
here.
things occupying the same square for a second there. It's totally okay. It's just funny in my mind.
Look, it's a tight squeeze, but it's 5 whole feet. Like, people
Yeah.
can fit.
Yep. Unless we're all just standing around T-posing like assholes.
Not like assholes, I just didn't download the texture pack.
Wouldn't that be an animation
Yeah,
pack?
like, yeah.
There, I was referring to Gmod.
Alright, I am casting Cure Wounds on our barbarian, Sigismund.
Wait, you can do that?
Wait, we have a healer?
You did this last session, guys. Where were you?
Busy
Sorry.
being assholes
Sorry.
to Zach.
Sorry, the blood loss. It's caused me to lose my memories.
Yeah, sorry, all the blood loss from lack of having a healer.
Anyway,
Remember, I kept you from... I
You
did
did
heal you at
jack
the bridge.
shit.
I
No,
healed
he
you
did
at the
amazing.
bridge.
What? He did. After I had to drag you
No,
over
no,
to
he
him.
didn't do shit. He doesn't get any points.
At
He
any
abandoned
rate-
me at the bridge.
at any rate, Sesna,
I was gonna turn around and come back to
Wait,
you. If
Listen,
Sesna
we're
didn't
all
break you.
friends. Cessna, take your turn.
Hey, look, I didn't abandon you. I just was gonna come back after.
After I knew the vampire was gone.
I didn't abandon you.
Anybody.
Hang on a second. Before we do that, Caerwynn, you have that bonus action with that fancy flying
yeah,
sword.
you do.
Yes. I was about to say.
Hit.
Oof. Get him. Got him.
Big oof.
I'm rolling in the deep wounds.
Alright, Adele.
It would be funnier if you were a bard.
Question.
He'd be just as effective as a healer if he was smart.
Basis, I've been
Okay.
piecing together how these guys work. So Cessna's doing the same thing Pat's doing, we're just piecing together what these things are. Another war religion to see if I can figure out what they are.
Another religion test, yes.
Hey.
As you've seen their wounds closed and the things they've been saying about eternal hunters never giving up the hunt, it's starting to click. They're revenants. Even killing them here, they'll just come back.
Is there any way to properly give them rest?
From what you know of revenants, the way they attain rest is killing the one they've sworn to kill. Taking their vengeance, finally. Or finally giving it up.
Right. I'm gonna do a weird thing.
Hug him.
Since this guy wasn't hit with the sick. No, I'm gonna keep hitting him until he falls over. He's trying to kill me right now. I'll talk this out later in, like, I don't know, 24 hours, whenever he gets back up. Actually, how long till they get back up?
It depends. You know that when a revenant dies, its spirit finds a new corpse to possess.
Okay, guys, we just need to make sure there are no corpses, or no usable corpses in all of Barovia.
Well, that's just not gonna
So
happen.
this is when we start dismembering every body we create. And pray they don't find anyone who's already been buried.
Just crush the heads. But yeah, I'm going to actually use, since he wasn't hit by a sacred flame, I'm going to use the sunbolt to hit this guy that's with me, Donnel. Which means it would normally be a disadvantage, but thanks to Donnel.
Yep, it evens out.
Yeah.
Take
that.
As the bolt strikes into him, and he's pulled forward by Donnel trying to trap his sword. And as the bolt hits him, you see him shake. I will be back even if I fall. Sigismund.
I am tempted to move. And you know what? I will. Ayo, bitch.
He slashes, but away you go.
Advantage.
Remember, you can just do 2d20 d1. But yeah, you're moving around, and in your fury, you slash wildly at him, but the blows come up short as he's still wrestling over his sword with Donnel.
Ah, damn it.
Also, as a side note for the sake of playing fair, I would have procced another AO from him. So he did leave the threatened square only to come back into it. Which actually could have just gone through here.
Huh?
So. Well,
This
the
one's
path
bad.
he took was
Yeah.
this.
Oh, I see.
But
Yeah, he could have just passed through Donnel's space, so. With your turn over, this one steps up. And takes 2 swings with advantage against Caerwynn.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
no.
Oh, right.
No.
Sorry, your thing. I'm so sorry.
It's the sheet that makes it too easy. I'm gonna go ahead and blame that.
Yeah, it is sort of instinctual.
It conditions you to go very quick.
Yeah, so a 16 and a 22 then.
Yeah.
So the 16 just misses, and yeah, the 22 is still a hit.
That's
Actually, I have to use my reaction against. I have to use my reaction, so I can only do it against one.
Well, the 16 misses you anyway.
But yeah, he has to declare it before it rolls, which is why me jumping ahead is a problem.
true. But basically, the first one misses. And
First one misses, second one hits.
Regardless of whether I used it or not, anyway.
So, this next one that's going to be swinging at Caerwynn.
For 14 damage on that one that hit.
So yes. If the other one's attacking Caerwynn, we know now.
It's going to have to make a attempt against you at disadvantage. It's going to make an attack at Donnel to try and pull its sword out,
Nope, mine.
and you manage to keep it trapped. And
This is not very pleasant, but you know what? It's disadvantageous for you.
And it continues to yank,
Oh,
finally ripping
that's
the
my
blade
organs.
free. Why the hell did it roll extra damage? Oh wait,
No idea, but I'm unconscious.
what the fuck?
Because unlike our barbarian, I don't have a having damage.
Why did it?
I don't know.
Ignore the extra 5, but
Either way, I was at 11 hit points.
yeah, you're now unconscious. As it rips its blade free. Donnel, your death saves.
Yeah, 20.
I roll all 3 at once.
Do it.
There you go.
Look, the nat 20s come when we need them, not when we ask for them.
Well, what are you? Well, we don't exactly need them, but it'd be nice.
I mean, it'd be nice if we had a healer of some sort.
Caerwynn. Seriously, Jones.
It's not solved at this point. It's just us making fun of him.
Alright, I am moving over here.
No, stay that. Yeah, fine.
As the guy whips out with an attack with his longsword.
I wanted to insult him. I would say how he's missing the blindfold.
Using another reaction to make sure that it is not an advantage.
Alright.
Ah, dang it, hits anyway. Well, maybe it prevented a crit.
That's the way to look at it, yeah.
As he strikes deep into your body.
Shit!
Your desecration ends here.
What is it you people even want? As I heal Donnel,
Yay!
and I move this thing such that I can attack with advantage.
Like that.
That could work. Is that a hit?
That is a hit.
Yeah.
As it continues to cut against his chainmail and rotted flesh, and he growls in agony. I have known a greater pain. Sesna.
And I move
Oh.
over here just to.
So you have some cover.
I want to be away from the guy that's stabbing, him. But I'm gonna keep. Nah, I'll probably heal before. So gonna do what I was doing before. Golly gosh. Do I want to use a point here?
to make just 2 more.
You
Because
could do
weirdly,
one more.
no, not with this one, as it turns out. I was gonna say, weirdly, with the Radiant Sunbolt, it's either 1 or 3.
I believe that was.
No, the Radiant Sunbolt specifically calls out that you can use a bonus action to fire 2 more of them.
Yeah.
What do you have to use a key point?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
That's why Pat's weighing on it.
no, I understand. I just, for a second, Shane said, "Oh, you just need to use the bonus action." I was like, "Oh, well, that's a pretty easy." Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I can't just make a normal, regular second attack with it until I actually get the second attack, or the extra attack feature, which is unfortunate. But, seeing as how I feel like we need these guys to die as fast as humanly possible right now, I'm gonna pop the other key point to do it.
This is only the 3rd key point you spend, right?
Yep. He has 1 more.
Yeah. I just feel like there is maybe more to this place, and, well, look, that fight against the vampire spawn makes me feel like these guys could possibly even just be mooks of this place, even though they definitely aren't, but they could be. Look, you only gotta... Come on, dice. There it is.
There you go.
Only need the 1.
There are no mooks in
Absolutely.
Strahd, Pat.
He's not wrong.
But yes.
Well, he is actually very wrong.
The third, you fire 2 bolts over his shoulders as he's still kind of shifting his weight around after having ripped his sword out of Donnel. And the bolts, the first 2 fly over his shoulders. The last one you aim low and catch him low in the chest, and as you see the smoke kind of as his flesh begins to sear.
And I like the idea that where he just casually, without even noticing, dodged the first 2. Like, with just the way he moved, or dodged the first one, then so with the surprised movement, that dodges the second one, and then gets hit with the third one. This is like really starting frustrated with this piece of shit.
Listen, it's every time I try and play Planet Side 2, and I'm sure I'm aiming at somebody, but somehow rounds keep going all around them. Goddamn Friday.
I was gonna say that the first 2 just bounce off his helmet.
Not how the
Look,
power
then-
works. Sigismund, you have advantage. The sword is
Great
flanking
weapon, master.
him. Well, that first one's a hit.
How many nat ones in this? How many nat ones can we roll in a combat?
As you split him from collarbone to his waist.
I
and his
will
body
then.
crumbles.
Even though I probably don't have to do this right now, but I will. Move over here.
Still in your rage, you rush around the pillars to get behind him.
Your ass is next!
As he turns to face you, you've made a mistake. Or have you? I don't know. My eyes are kind of rotting.
You made a mistake! Whoosh whoosh!
I have cataracts.
Donnel, you're currently prone on the ground.
Scrambling up and moving here with my half movement. Oh, there's a gaping wound where a sword once was in my body. Let me make one for you.
Ah, you got healed. That started to close up. Good hit. 12 damage.
Fing!
Oh, wait, hold on. Anybody hit the guy with radiant damage since his last turn?
Nope. No.
Okay. There we go. As some of his wounds began to close before you slashed again. You all made a grave error coming here.
Yeah, grave error. It's not on revenge. Let's get past that part, shall we?
You have said it 5 times in the past 30 seconds.
Not even, like the past 20.
Shut up, all of you. My brain's not so good anymore. This body's not great.
I cast Vicious Mockery.
I think he needs to cast that on himself.
Your mom made you play with Mega Blocks instead of Legos.
Look at you. You don't even have a body of your own. Aww. I like to think I'm kind of like a hermit crab, where whichever body I have is my own. That's not how it works. Oh.
Anyways, Caerwynn, do your stuff.
I saw
I would-
the thing flash when you were moving your sword over to that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't have to move my sword right now.
You don't, but you could, and that could be pretty cool.
I've already got advantage.
Yeah.
Jeff, if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. It's a hit.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, actually did.
That's what you didn't
You're in the middle of
say.
saying something.
That's what you didn't say.
Once he made his decision, I didn't say anything.
Anyway.
Oh,
Right.
not guiding bolt. That was supposed to be sacred flame. Sorry.
No problem. God, so close. As his flesh continues
Very
to burn.
close.
Quick, Sesna, jump on my shoulders.
Wait, Carol, are you gonna?
Oh, yeah,
You
Caerwynn.
can still move it, can't you?
I can still move, but why do
No,
I need to move it?
No, the sword.
It.
Oh,
It.
yeah. Okay, I'll move it.
Okay. If you move it there, he is going to have 3/4 coverage from its attacks.
It still gives advantage, though, yeah?
It'll give
You
advantage
can actually
for.
also.
Yeah.
You also just move it right
just
there.
go to there. So, I mean,
Uh,
it can move. How far can it move per turn?
20 feet, right?
Yeah. Okay, move it there.
Yeah, easily.
It'd be kind of cool if it was its
There
own
and I'll
token.
punch this guy.
I'll probably do that after the game tonight.
He just summons it in every fight.
Like I said, I'll take care of it.
No, I'm just... Yeah, it's fine.
Then
The punches...
Both hits.
ha, ha.
He grunts in pain as you rattle a pair of blows off his side. Sigismund.
Great weapon, master.
Oof.
I'm gonna bother rolling the next one.
Are you sure? Maybe you'd really like the next one.
Oof. Maybe you prefer it.
Your axe swings down brutally, catching him across the back and laying open part of his back, but he still manages to just barely keep his feet.